Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the transient behavior of a series RL circuit energized with a DC supply. So first of all, what is transient? It is the trajectory of any system quantity plotted with time to reach from one initial level to a new steady state level when external excitation is applied to that system. Suppose the fan is switched on and the revolution per second of the fan is recorded and plotted along time axis. So initially, before the turn on of the switch, the speed is 0. As soon as the switch is turned on, the speed cannot reach to the steady state value. It gradually rises and finally, after a certain time, reaches to a value. Here the speed cannot reach the steady state level instantly due to the inertia. The trajectory of the speed from 0 to that certain constant level, if plotted against time, is the transient response. So instead of a series RL circuit, if we have a purely resistive circuit, the current reaches a value I equal to E by R instantly without showing any transient. But the introduction of an inductor in series with the resistance would cause a delay to reach the steady state level. Why is that? An inductor opposes any change in current through it. So just before the switch is made on, suppose at t equal to 0, the current was 0. The instant just prior to the turn on of the switch can be represented by t equal to 0 minus, and corresponding current is I0 minus equal to 0. After the switching, the inductor opposes the change in current through it. So the inductor acts like a inertia to the establishment of steady state current in that circuit. So after the switch is turned on at t equal to 0 plus, just after the switching instant, corresponding current is also 0 due to the opposing nature of the inductor. So here the equivalent circuit looks like in this fashion, that is the charging circuit. The energy input by the battery here is partly dissipated in the resistance and partly gradually stored in the inductor. Inductor current cannot change instantaneously just after the switch is turned on. So no change of current is there just after the switch on instant. So I0 minus equal to I0 plus equal to 0. Now let us derive the time expression of the transient response of the charging current I and the voltage across the resistance and the voltage across the inductance. This is the charging circuit. This switch is turned on at t equal to 0. So the KVL is V equal to IR plus L times of di dt for t greater than 0 and subjected to the initial condition, that is initial current is 0. So this is a first order non-homogeneous differential equation. So let us solve that differential equation subjected to this initial conditions. So separating variables, we get V minus IR equal to L di dt. So di by V minus IR equal to 1 by L times of dt. Now take integral both sides. Integration of di by V minus IR is coming out to be log of V minus IR, and this R minus 1 by R is taken outside as constant. And on the right hand side it is coming out to be T by L plus C. Where C is the integration constant. Now the value of C can be determined by putting the initial condition. The initial condition is I0 minus equal to I0 plus, or simply I0 plus equal to 0. So put t equal to 0 here and I equal to 0 here. So we get C equal to minus 1 by R ln V. Now substitute this C equal to minus 1 by R ln V in that equation again. So this yields minus 1 by R is taken common ln V minus IR divided by V, okay, and the right hand side simply T by L. So ln V minus IR by V is minus RT by L, and V minus IR by V equal to e to the power minus RT by L, and V minus IR equal to V into e to the power minus RT by L, and from that, separating the variables, only the current expression can be found out in this manner, V by R times of 1 minus e to the power minus RT by L. Let us draw the current response. This is the expression of the current response. Current initially is 0, and finally if you put t infinity, so e to the power minus infinity is 0, so it is coming out to be simply V by R. So V by R is the steady state value. After a long time, long duration, current reaches to that steady state value V by R. The expression, this expression can also be written in this form: ISS, that is the steady state current, into e to the power minus T by tau, where ISS is the steady state current V by R, and tau is the ratio L by R. Tau is termed as the time constant of the RL circuit, given by the ratio L by R, and ISS is the steady state current, that is given by V by R. Now this time constant L by R has the dimension of time. Let's see how it comes. So L has a unit of Henry, and we know the relation L dt equal to V. So L is V times of change in time by change in current. So Henry is the equivalent unit of what? V by I, that is ohm, into second. So L by R, Henry per ohm. Henry is equivalent to ohm second divided by ohm. So only second remains. So time constant is a measure of how fast or how slow the charging transient attains to the steady state value. For larger value of time constant, longer duration is required by the charging current. Like this. A slower response is exhibited here. Similarly, for a smaller value of L by R ratio, time taken will be shorter and the response will be faster. Now for L equal to 0, tau is 0. So the circuit is a purely resistive one and there will be no transient behavior. If resistance is 0, tau is infinite. The circuit will be purely inductive in nature then, and the transient is never settled to a steady state value. The current keep on increasing, and which is not possible in practical, as the battery will drain completely in that case, and also the inductor current will be saturated after a certain level of high current. Now when the time is equal to the time constant tau, so we can call it I of tau, that is equal to ISS times of 1 minus e to the power t by tau, t equal to tau here, e to the power minus 1. 1 minus e to the minus 1 is coming out to be 0.632 times of this ISS value. So in other way, time constant can be defined as the required time to attain 63.2% of the steady state value during charging. and 98% of the steady state value is reached almost after 4 time constants. So if you put I of 4 tau ISS times of 1 minus e to the power minus 4, that is coming out to be 0.98 times of ISS. So 4 tau, this 4 tau is sometimes known as rise time of the circuit. Now let us derive the transient voltage across the resistance and the inductance. For that, the current expression is multiplied by with resistance to obtain the expression of voltage across the resistance. So VRT is R times of that, so R will be cancelled out. So it is V into 1 minus e to the power minus RT by L. So voltage across the resistance is similar to that of I. This is the voltage across the resistance. If you take derivative, VLT is what? Voltage across the inductance, that is L times of di dt. If you take derivative of this one, V by R, for 1 it is 0, and for e to the power minus RT by L it will be R by L times of e to the power minus RT by L. So R cancelled out, L cancelled out. So VLT will be simply V times of e to the power minus RT by L. So voltage across the L or inductor decays exponentially. Initially, voltage across the inductor is what? V0 plus, that is equal to, put T equal to 0 here. Inductor voltage is maximum initially, that is equal to the source DC voltage. Then inductor voltage decreases exponentially and finally approaches to 0. So VL infinity is equal to 0. Check. Voltage across the inductor VLT initially maximum and gradually it reduces to 0 at t tends to infinity. So when the time is equal to the time constant, voltage across the inductor VL tau is V into e to the power minus 1, so that is equal to 0.368 times of V. So when the time is equal to the time constant, voltage across the inductor falls to 36.8% of the initial value. So current is initially opposed by the inductor, that is why we have that IL0 minus equal to IL0 plus equal to 0, and that opposing nature gradually reduces to 0. We can see that initially the inductor acts as open circuit since current is 0, and also the voltage across the inductor at t equal to 0 plus is equal to the magnitude of the DC voltage level. Finally, at steady state, when t tends to infinity, inductor acts as a short circuit since VL infinity is 0. So let us summarize the transient behavior during charging of the inductor. So current and voltage across the resistance, these two waveforms are almost same. So this is the expression of current, I equal to V by R 1 minus e to the power minus RT by L, and voltage across the inductance initially is maximum and gradually reduces, and at steady state it approaches to 0. Now if suppose this circuit, if this circuit reaches the steady state and the battery is disconnected by throwing off this pole of switch S1, and at the same time if S2 is turned on, Then this charge inductor starts discharging. Okay, so this is the respective circuit. Let us reduce the expression of the discharging current and voltage across the resistance and also across the inductance, and then draw them. So what are the initial conditions of the discharging circuit? So initial conditions are the final conditions of that charging circuit. So I0 minus equal to I0 plus, that is equal to V by R. As the inductor won't allow change in current through it. Similarly, VR0 minus is also equal to VR0 plus equal to V. So for discharging transient, this is the KVL, which is a first order homogeneous equation. So separating variable di by I minus R by L times of dt. So integrating both sides, we get log I equal to minus RT by L plus C prime, where C prime is the integration constant. Now the value of integration constant can be obtained by putting the initial condition, that is at t equal to 0, just after the switch is turned on, I0 plus equal to I0 minus equal to V by R. As the inductor does not allow the change in current through it, so initial current persists just after the switching. So put t equal to 0 and I equal to V by R in that equation. So ln V by R equal to C dash. Now substitute that integration constant in the equation again. Ln I minus RT by L plus ln V by R. So ln I minus ln V by R, we can write it down, ln I by V by R, that is equal to minus RT by L. So I by V by R is e to the power minus RT by L, and IT is equal to V by R times of e to the power minus RT by L. So this is the expression of discharging current. So for obtaining the voltage across the resistance, we have multiplied that current with R, so it is coming out to be V into e to the power minus RT by L. And for obtaining the expression of VLT, L times of di dt. So L times of di dt, if you take derivative of that, V by R is constant and derivative of e to the power minus RT by L is minus of R by L times of e to the power minus RT by L. R cancelled out, L cancelled out, so simply minus V times of e to the power minus RT by L. So let us plot these three equations in the next slide. So these are the discharging transients. The current is exponentially decaying. Initial current is V by R. And which gradually reduces to 0 if plotted against time. And voltage across the resistance will follow the same nature, R times of I. And voltage across the inductance, initially it is negative V, right? If you put t equal to 0, it is minus V. Okay, so that means voltage across the inductance just before the switching was 0, but just after the switching, VL0 plus equal to minus V. That indicates after the switching instant, the inductor changes its own polarity. See, during the charging of the inductor, this is the polarity as the current current flows in this direction. So this is the polarity, positive, negative. Now after the discharging circuit is switched on, here the current will continue to flow in the same direction because inductor does not allow the change in current through it. Charging polarity is taken as positive, then discharging polarity will be considered as negative. Okay, so that negative voltage is initial voltage is negative, and finally it reaches to the steady state, that is 0. Again, you can find out that if you sum up these two ordinates, that is voltage across the resistance and voltage across the inductance, you will find it to be 0. One is positive, another one is negative, so they mutually get cancelled. So at steady state what happens? I infinity is 0, voltage across the resistance at steady state is also 0, voltage across the inductance at steady state is also 0. That is, the circuit is now completely discharged. Now we have the basic idea of transients of RL circuit. In the next lecture, we will proceed with the study of transients in a RC circuit. Thank you.